and I have a box on my head. And when I have this box on my head, it changes how I see the world. It changes how I see you, it changes how I hear you, it limits my thinking, it limits my options. My name is Jimbo Clark, and I still have a box on my head. My invisible thinking box limits what I can see or hear. It limits what I can understand. It creates boundaries and barriers that are difficult for me to think out of. Whether it's the physical box that's on my head or my invisible thinking box, I spend most of my time thinking in a box. Question, what do you think the box is? That when people say think out of the box, what might that box be? We're really trying to find the answer to the question, what is the box that we're supposed to think out of?
The education, family background, working experience, and all those kind of things, and the previous things.
Fantastic. She can teach this course. Our success is a part of the box, and our failure is a part of our box. Beautiful. Anything else? Yeah, sure.
Sometimes it's the environment around us. Could be the department we're in or the career field that we're in.
Our context.
Yeah, right.
Our budgets. It's the new boss. It's the GM. It's our shareholders. It's our mission. It's our values. All of these things become our box in an organization. Side of our normal thinking, and have the difficult conversations about what might be possible, and then have the difficult conversations of what we're really going to do. And when we make our final decision, the decision still happens inside the box. And so the outside of the box represents my public thinking. This is the part of me I want you to know. The box is more than a container of our thinking, it's also the projector of our thinking. Find someone you don't know yet and have a quick conversation. So not everything gets through the filter, and we filter all the time. How does the box impact my ability to lead change? Well, a part of that impact is I have certain filters. Does an HR person and a CFO, do they see the business from the same perspective? In addition to the front of the box, we have the left and the right. There's the charged side and the uncharged side. It's not like this is good and this is bad. It's just, they're two parts of the same thing. It's a little bit like the yin-yang, right? I need both, and they both serve a purpose, but the purpose is different. So let's talk about the right side of the box. When you're leading change, as you're working on improving things, what do you experience as positive?
KPI.
Yeah, your KPIs. You achieve your KPI, you meet the goals. Yes, because that's connected to my bonus, yes. So it's either kind of a grim resignation that this is just life and I have no choice, I have to stand in line or I'm stuck in traffic, or it's a, no, I do not accept this and I'm going to fight.
Okay.
You're walking forward, right?
Okay.
Yes. Is she good? She's good. Woo, come on, give her a round here. All right. I knew you were the one. Okay. So Vivi, you're moving forward, but you're moving towards a goal. You're moving towards a dream. Do you have a goal and a dream in your life?
Of course.
Okay. Can you just choose one person here who could maybe represent that goal, Glenn? If we're talking about change, Glenn represents the completed change that we're trying to lead. Once that change is completed, life will be so much better than it is today. So you see this? If the goal is too close, it doesn't pull you, right? And so we make a stretch goal. So Glenn, can you just take a step back? Oh, can you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pulling you towards the future, right? And that feels good because that's what you want.
Yeah.
And so sometimes life gets even more difficult and that pulls you even more. And so sooner or later, you're gonna have to take a step, right?
Yeah.
It's okay, there. And now you've moved forward. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why we set goals, because the goal moves us forward. So when life gets to have too much pressure, then we ask for less.
Yeah.
And do you see what happens?
It feels more comfortable.
It feels more comfortable. And did she move forward or backwards? Backwards. So when I release that pressure, I take a small step back. And so then I make an agreement to ask for less. And when I do, I take a little baby step back. 3, 1. Please stand up with the box on our head. Then this is a little bit like what it's like to be in a meeting. Okay? My body shows up, but my brain may not. And so, speak louder. Okay, so we do that. We speak louder. What else did we do to overcome the barrier of communication?
Get closer.
Focus, get closer.
Yeah. Take it off.
Take it off. When you meet someone, the first communication you have is always my box to your box. And it is better when we can take it off, but sometimes in some organizations, taking off the box can be risky business. So you're right, it's easier without the box, but sometimes we keep it on for our own safety, because it's my face.
You want to be open with people, but sometimes in certain situations, you actually want to put a filter on that is either professional or you speak differently because of who you're talking
They
with.
say is, wow, when I have my box on, I can do anything, because people don't really know who I am. And we do that with our public thinking, we do that with our... As we understand the box, we can get better about getting out and back in. I was talking to Chris, sometimes it's easy to get the genie out of the bottle, but you have to have a plan for getting the genie back in. As a leader, we want our people to improve. As a business owner, you want the business to move forward. And so, as a leader, as a facilitator, my belief is that my main job is to help you suffer less. And if I can help you, instead of asking for less, ask for more, then I'm a successful leader. There we go. Just one word or phrase or sentence about today.
Quite enjoyable. I'm not struggling about always thinking out of the box anymore because I know we can go inside the box as well.
Closed, open, closed. I think the process is very powerful.
Very good time for learning and reflection.
Perfect.
I think today I have learned something which will help me to understand and to solve my personal issues.
Thank you so much for making the time and for opening your box with each other and sharing with each other and myself today. And from the bottom of my box, I just would like to say thank you very much. Thank you.